Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in this channel I will be uploading Scratch coding videos. So in this particular video we are gonna make a horror game. So right now I'm not using my actual account in Scratch. My actual account is CodeWithCoders, but for this video I'm going to be using my secondary account, which is Quiet Pixels. So please also check out my first account, and I will be coding in my actual account in my future videos. So I have another account and its name is Quiet Pixels. We are trying to make a game like this. So I wanted to make a tutorial for this game. I made this game myself. It took 3 hours. So yeah, this in this tutorial we will be making a horror game. And this game is mostly about a monster or whatever chasing us. So I've made easy mode, medium mode, and hard mode. We're gonna try to beat it. Okay. So that monster is following us, and when it catches us, with a very scary sound effect. And in those levels of difficulty, we have different speeds. You may notice. Look, in medium mode, it's like much more faster than easy mode. Let's go to hard mode for now. Okay, I go to hard mode. So how do we do all this stuff? So first of all, let's start. Let's make a new project. You can name it as horror game, and do not delete this scratch cat. This will be our player and we will be needing it. So let's name this player for now. So right here is my player, and so this will be our jump scare. This is not our player yet. We are gonna name it we're gonna name it jump scare. And then I have to make a player. So you can make any player of your type. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna make my player. And right here we have our enemy who is gonna chase us. So let's make the map for this. Actually, this game is easy to make, but it took me an additional 1.5 hours for the timer and for the jump scare and the sound effect, because it was giving an error. Whenever the player touched the enemy, it started giving jump scare sounds again and again. It started repeating them after a 0.1 of a second or whatever, like that. And it keep like giving me glitches and stuff like that. So we are gonna fix that thing, and we're not gonna make that mistake. And I'm gonna tell you what mistake I made. So for this, we will have to reduce its color to black to give a more eerie vibe. We are gonna hide this jump scare for now. Okay. Okay, so what's the size of this enemy? 40. Okay, player. It should be a bit smaller. I bet it should be 30. Nah, that is too small. 50, I think. Nope. 70. Okay, wait. 90. Yeah, maybe. So we can like increase the size of the enemy to like 50, because the enemy is absolutely bigger than the player. Yeah, absolutely good. It's looking good so far. Okay. Now, for the movement. So, first of all, before the movement, we want the player to spawn on the opposite end of the enemy so that the enemy does not get us super quickly. So we're going to place it here, and we're gonna go to events. You can drag out the when green flag clicked. Okay. Now for this, when green flag clicked, go to X position 177 and Y -10. Okay, and now for the enemy, it should always be here, or else it's gonna be hard for the players if it would be spawned in a random position. Okay, all's good. When we test a green flag, even when we change the positions of these enemies or players, they end up back on the spot, on the spawn point. Okay, so now for the movement, we absolutely need arrow keys to move, to run away from the enemy. For this, that's the classic thing. Drag out a forever block. If key right arrow pressed. Okay, let's go if key right arrow pressed. Change X by 10. This would surely work. Yeah, it works. We are gonna duplicate this code, and we are gonna do it left arrow. We are gonna change this to -10 maybe. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, good. But this does not look much good, and we want to make the animation of the cat walking. So for this, we have a costume 2. But for the starting point, we want it to set costume to, when the green flag is clicked, we want it to switch to costume 1. But if like the right arrows and the left arrows are clicked, we want it to switch to costume 2. But there should be a if else statement, because if it's pressed, it should be costume 2. But if it's not pressed, it should be costume 1. So we're gonna drag out a if then else block here. We're gonna drag this up right here, change X by 10, and we are gonna else switch costume 2, costume 1. There is absolutely no need to do this to make an if else statement for the other ones. I think so, because we have already coded this for this. But when left arrow is pressed, we need to also switch costume to costume 2, so that it checks it forever, not at the same time. Look, now whenever it's running, look, it gives a good vibe that it's running. Look, it's looking so beautiful. Okay, so now for the moving up and down part. Okay, so now for the up and down movement. Sorry, I had to pause in between due to some inconvenience. So we wanted to move upwards if we press the up arrow key. So if up arrow pressed, instead of changing X by 10, we have to change Y because we're going upwards. So we have to change, where is Y? Change Y by 10. And switch costume to costume 2. The same thing we need to duplicate again. Make sure to not put it inside the same if, or else it's gonna give a error. If down arrow pressed, change Y by -10, and switch to costume 2, obviously. Okay, now it's working. We can move around in circles. We can move left, right, up, down,